FlossTube, it's Critter Stitcher here, and I'm here with our next update for our Flossmas / Countdown to Christmas videos. So, first we're going to talk about our stitching like always. So yesterday, I worked on Christmas Critters banners, which is now stored in yesterday's gift, which is our March Sisters Christmas bag. This is the perfect size for it, as I can fit the 11 by 11 Q-snap that I used to stitch on it. So I did get a little bit more done on the bottom of the tree. Yesterday we had a really fun Christmas party for my best friend's family, so I didn't really get as much progress on it that I would have liked, but that's okay because I can work on it later during the month. Which I do plan to, because this is a big boy and I want to get lots of progress done on it. Alright, so that means for day 11, we're going to be working on Frosty Furs, which is stored in my sparkly penguin Santa bag from So Much to Love. So this is what I'm working on right now. I am working on Snowbird Cabin. Oh, Bluebird Cabin. Although it could be still called Snowbird Cabin because it is snowy. And this is what I have done so far. So I do have 3 other blocks done, and I'm probably going to end up working on the house more. Yeah. This is a fun project as this is stitched 1/1, so it's quite tedious. I have a love-hate relationship with this project, that's for sure. Yeah, so that's Frosty Forest. And shall we get to our advent calendars? I think we shall. Alright, so first we're going to have our candy advent calendar from Williams and Simona. It's a Disney and Mickey and Minnie advent calendar given to me by my brother. So today is December 11th, so we're going to open up 11, which is down here. Alright, and let's see. Oh, what do we have today? Oh, candy rings! Little gummy candy rings today. How nice. Alright, so that's that. Next, we're going to do our Black Needle Society calendar. Oh, hold on. I need to get my coin. Alright, so we have day 11. And that's in this adorable little Let It Snow snowman packaging. And let's open it and find out what's inside. Okay. Ooh, some nice shiny opalescent fabric. I don't know. Maybe this is for the next. I don't know if I can get the sparkle on it. Oh, kind of. Not really. Alright, I wonder if we're going to start opening the next kit. Alright, let's see. Ooh, yay! It is Advent Calendar Fabric number 2. So, fabric chosen by the designer for the second custom nice list pattern. Due to supply, you got linen, Lugana, or Ada. I have linen, which is perfectly fine with me, and that's one of my preferences. Sweet. Alright, so that's very exciting. So that means tomorrow we're going to open up the threads, and then the day after that we're going to open up the pattern. So very excited for the next couple days. Sweet. And now we're going to see what my husband got me for his calendar. So today's husband present was this book called The Inheritance Games. She came from nothing, they have everything, let the games begin. So, Avery Grams had a plan for a better future. Survive high school, win her scholarship, and get out. But her luck changes in an instant when billionaire Tobias Hawthorne dies and leaves her virtually his entire fortune. The only catch? Avery must move into his sprawling mansion full of secret passages, riddles, and codes. Unfortunately for Avery, Hawthorne house is still occupied by the family, which was just disinherited. This includes the 4 Hawthorne grandsons, dangerous magnetic boys who grew up with the expectation that one day they would inherit billions. Heir apparent Grayson is convinced that Avery is a con woman, and he is determined to take her down. But his brother, Jameson, views her as their grandfather's last hurrah. A twisted riddle, a puzzle to be solved. Caught in a world of wealth and privilege, with danger around every turn, Avery will have to play the game herself just to survive. So this book seems very interesting. I am quite interested in it. And I think it's going to be a fun read, as I am a big fan of mysteries and spy-type books. So I think I'll enjoy this book. And yep, so that's the present from Dan. Next, we're going to talk about our Christmas winter animal of the day. And that animal is going to be a goat. Alrighty, so let's learn a little bit more about the goat. So there are over 300 breeds of goats. So they are domesticated as many animals. So they're domesticated as pets. They're also used for their fur, their fiber, as meat, and for dairy. So, they were originally domesticated about 10,000 years ago from the Bezoar goat, which is native to Eastern Europe, and it's found mostly in the countries of Georgia, Armenia, Iran, Iraq, Turkey, and Turkey. So, the Bezoar goat prefers rocky terrain, mountainous areas, and cliffs along the seashore, as well as deciduous forests. And then there's also another goat, too, that is where the fiber goats, such as Angora and Kashmir, come from. So the diets of goats in general is they're browsers. So that means they're going to be eating shrubs, woody plants, weeds, briars, and they can also consume brushes, trees, desert scrub, and aromatic herbs. So they are also ruminants too, which means they have a 4-chambered stomach and they ferment their food. So they're kind of different as they can also eat browse compared to the grasses. Sorry about that. The upstairs neighbor's dogs were barking, which caused my dog to bark. Anyways. So yeah. So they can also eat more rougher plants than cows and sheep can. So we do have goats at the zoo, so they're going to eat. We feed them mostly hay, and then they also can get fed grain that's made from grass. While the visitors are there, they can feed them that. But during the winter, they only get hay. All right. So facts about is they are naturally curious and inquisitive. So this makes them that they're going to sniff and nibble at new things. And if they determine that this new thing isn't edible, they are just going to quickly kind of walk away from it and they won't eat it. They're also the only ruminant who can climb. So they can climb, they can jump, and they can run. And some of the goats are able to jump up to 5 feet, which is pretty crazy. And this agility and curiosity can lead them to get into mischief, such as escaping their pens. And, as I mentioned, we have goats at the zoo. We have a herd of about, I want to say 10 female goats, and then 1 neutered male. And we also have a young goat named Moonshine, who is he's a couple months old now. But when he was younger, he was an escape artist. Wherever we put him, he would jump right out of it. So there was a point where he would have to be actually locked in one of the outdoor bird cage areas, which was a pretty big pen. It was probably about, 20 feet across. So he had to live in there for a little bit until he got a little bit bigger and a bit more mature where he wouldn't jump out as much. But now he lives in the same pen as Farah, our camel, and Patty, the pig. Yep, in there he doesn't jump out as much anymore, which is good. So, the relation to goats have a relation to Christmas, which is the Yule goat. The Yule goat is mostly a Scandinavian tradition. However, it does have origins between a pagan festival, which celebrates when the sun will move into the Capricorn, will re-enter into the astrology sign of Capricorn. And so during this festival, a young goat will be sacrificed as a offering to the Norse god Norge or Saturn. And it is believed that goats are traditionally celebrated because there's two goats that pull Thor across the sky. And yep, and he's also Saturn is also the god of agricultural and plenty. So this who rules the sign Capricorn. And so, however, today in modern times, in Sweden, the Yule goat is a invisible spirit that will come and visit just before Christmas to make sure that everything is prepared and ready for Christmas, for the Yule celebration. And then around in the 19th century, the Yule goat took a more shift to be the Christmas bringer of gifts. So instead of Santa, they have a Yule goat who'll bring and yeah, and I'll insert a picture of him here. And the modern Yule goat is a decorative goat made out of straw, and it's bound with red ribbon. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's update. And be sure to join me and tune in tomorrow for our next Countdown to Christmas /Flossmas video. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.